Hi Anders, du gehörst mit erst 18 Jahren seit Jahren zu den besten Spielern der Welt. Was bedeutet dir das?
It's not like it doesn't like come like random. Like you have to fight for it, and I've done so, and I also like started with a lot of talent, so it's like a good combination. And yeah, like I'm happy where I am now, but I also want to like win every single tournament, and it's not possible. But without like these goals, you will never achieve anything. And so far, I've achieved much, but you can always achieve more, and I will try to do so.
Bereits mit 14 hast du die besten Spieler der Welt blass aussehen lassen. Was war das damals für ein Gefühl, so unerfahren, schon so gut und erfolgreich zu sein?
Like it was like it was crazy, of course, because like no one else have done it like so early, but it was not like unexpected for me, to be honest, because like I knew that I had the level, and I knew that if there was no like age restrictions, I would almost win every single tournament at that time. So like I knew that also in like the kind of small tournaments, like people had excuses when I beat them, that like they didn't care because it was not like the biggest tournament they could play, and I like it was more important for me. But like now I think like 4 years later, I've showed that it was not only because like they didn't care, like, and I knew that also at that time I easily had the level like to win against them. But I'm very happy that I like also showed it in such a early age, because it also helps like when I got 16 and could play like the big tournaments, that I already had like some experience. So yeah, that was like like a good step of the beginning of my career, I think.
Hast du dir in der Phase deines Lebens manchmal gewünscht, ein normaler Teenager zu sein, ohne den Druck auf sportlichen Erfolg?
Not really, to be honest. Like I mean, I think that many, like if they could be in my position, they would like do it. And I'm like really happy that I have this job, and like I'm very proud of like what I have achieved, and like the status I have like as a person. So yeah, like, and it's not like I don't have like any free time. Like, and I also like chill, and but like, and if I like could chill more, and like I don't think that would be like, I don't think it's good for anyone. Like honestly, like I'm happy that I have to like always like have success, and always have to like perform on a high level, and that like also like you know improve you even as a normal person also. So like only think it's good, and like also like for the rest of my life, I also think this is gonna be like really important, like important like time in my life. So I'm really happy like where I am, and I wouldn't like switch it for anything else.
Mittlerweile bist du in der internationalen EAFC-Elite nicht mehr wegzudenken. Wie bewertest du deine Entwicklung in den letzten Jahren?
I mean, like, of course I've developed, but like, yeah, like as I said, like I've been like good like for many years, like, but yeah, of course I'm happy where I am now, and like people also see me like as, like one of the like biggest players, and I think like I'm probably like also the most famous guy like in the scene. But I'm also happy that like it's not like I'm only like famous in the scene and not like delivering the most important thing, like when you're a professional esports player, that you have like to perform like in your games. And I feel like I always do that, and then I'm happy that also outside of that, that people like appreciate how good I am, and like when people come to me and say good things, I like that a lot. So yeah, like I think like I have a good position, and I will just try to like get even better.
Was hat dein Wechsel zu RB Leipzig und der professionelle Support vom Verein zu dieser Entwicklung beigetragen?
I mean, I don't think it's also don't think that's random that like we are like the best team in the world now. I mean, we got signed I think almost 4 years ago, and yeah, Gaucho was like, I can't say so much because I'm not in the German scene. I was pretty young, so I don't know how good he was, but I know that he was like one of the best in Germany, of course. And then Umut just started to like play his professional career, but he was also not like one of the best in the world at that time. And I was like also like just a newcomer, and no one like knew me, only like from small tournaments. And now like Umut and me are probably like the two best in the world. So I mean, it's not like just come random that we like develop by ourselves. Like of course it's also like the teams, like what you call it, like the team has a lot to say in that. And yeah, like I mean like everyone in our team is very happy that we like have the chance to play for our team, and we always do our best, and most of the times we also deliver.
Also hat euch Rebels Gaming Flügel verliehen.
You can say that.
Nice.
Du bist nicht nur einer der besten, sondern auch einer der polarisierendsten Spieler der Welt. Ein Teil der Community feiert dich. Es gibt aber auch Kritiker. Wie nimmst du das wahr? Und wie nah lässt du so etwas an dich heran?
I mean, of course you have haters when you're like the best, so it's not like, I don't think like it's not unnormal, unheardable, like when I'm in the position I am, but of course, like, it's not nice when you get like bad messages, but now I'm getting used to it. I've got it like even when I was, I don't know, 11, like since I started, everyone was like against me, so it's like normal for me, and I don't care, to be honest, because I know that, as I also said before, like it's only because people, if they could, they would change to be in my position, and I know that, so I just like, you can't see it as a positive that people are writing bad to you, but like honestly, when you think about it, you can like see it as a positive, because then you know that people cares about you and they like just wants to be like how good like you are and like how successful as you are. But it's not like you don't get happy when you get a bad message. But I don't. It's not like when I read something or hear something that I think about it, because I know who I am and I know what I'm capable of, and yeah, I know that I'm like perfect in the scene, if you can say it like this.
Grund für die Kritik ist auch deine Emotionalität während der Matches. Provokante Jubelposen in Richtung der Gegner und Zuschauer inklusive. Wie würdest du dich selbst als Spieler beschreiben?
I mean, I think people almost every time overreact in like things like this. I mean, it's completely normal in every single like sport that you're like celebrating when you win. And I mean, if I lose a game, then people are also going crazy. Then I can't open my phone after a game because I get spammed by how bad I am. So it's just like I just also do it to motivate myself, because when I like do this, you also like you also have to perform more than. And I don't get like worse with doing this. I would say that like every time I just get better. So I can't see why I shouldn't do it. And if people like don't like it, like honestly, they shouldn't play then, because it's not like I do something that is like not like in the rules. I don't do like something bad against the opponent. I just do it like to push myself, and that people knows me well. They also know like this, and they know that like outside of like the esports scene, I'm like really good and honest guy, loyal guy, and so like I know that people like that are close to me, they they like how I am. So like I don't care like how other people see it, when I know that what I'm doing is like fair for everyone.
Einige Leute bezeichnen dich als arrogant und respektlos. Was entgegnest du diesen Menschen?
I mean, you can also say that when you have like when you are like like the best and like successful, then you kind of like you don't have to be arrogant, but it's not like I'm like feeling and saying to people that I'm better than they are. It's just like, and I don't feel like I'm arrogant. Like of course you have to be confident, and I feel like I'm like this, but like if I'm disrespectful, I mean like yeah, of course it can be like easy to see from the outside, but like yeah, people that knows me knows that like I don't want anything bad for anyone. So but yeah, like if people say this, like it doesn't matter, because I know like it's not true, and maybe like sometimes I could sound arrogant, but I honestly have no problem with that, because like you also have to like have some kind of confidence, and yeah, like I don't feel like there's something wrong if you like feel that you're better than like who you're playing against or stuff like this.
Bei Live-Turnieren gibt es oft gestikulierende Battles zwischen Zuschauern und dir. Die Stimmung ist aufgeheizt. Was hat das für einen Effekt auf dein Spiel? Motiviert dich das sogar noch mehr, Top-Leistungen abzurufen?
For sure it does. I mean, like then I know that people want bad for me. I know that before also, but like then it feels more real when they're like sitting like 5 meters from you, and like I don't care like what they say or something, but like the only where I think it's a problem is when people are like getting mad when I do something when everyone else also doing it, and I just think that it's because it's me and because I'm like better, and then like I win more times, and then when I do it, people thinks it's worse than when other people doing it. But like everyone doing it in like on the big stages, because you have to do it and it's so important.
Mit Rebels Gaming hast du schon viel gewonnen, unter anderem den FIFA eClub World Cup und die VBL Club Championship. Für das diesjährige WM-Finale bist du schon qualifiziert. Was sind deine sportlichen Ziele?
And yeah, for long term, I would just like try to like improve all the time, and I want to be like remember that the like, as you said, like I'm like maybe like the guy who like people knows the most from the scene, but I also want to be like remembered as like the the like most successful, like with the most trophies. So I would like I'm 18, but I already have much experience. But I will try to like win everything I can, and yeah, let's see how far like it can go, you know.
Du bist im Vorfeld des eSports World Cups auf der Sphere in Las Vegas zu sehen, als einziger EAFC Pro. Was bedeutet dir das und was sagt das deiner Meinung nach über deinen Status als Spieler in der Szene aus?
Well, like to be honest, if like I'm the player who gets like chosen out of like every single player in like, you know, EAFC, that's like that just shows that I'm the biggest at the moment, and I'm very happy and proud of that, because as I said, it's not like something that come random. You have to like fight for it. And I also think like these persons that like choose me, they see the positive as in how I react. So I'm happy that like, you know, people that actually knows what they're talking about, they know that how I react is just a positive and not a negative. And then the people who like don't know anything, they can say that it's bad, and I couldn't care less. So I'm very happy that I'm here, and now we still have some days. We just arrived, so yeah, I will try to make the best out of these days, and I think it's gonna be very cool.